These angry young farmers in Southland say they've been cheated by the government's economic policies, which could force them off their land. And now they're plotting a national strategy to fight for their survival.
The Kangaroos came to New Zealand boasting they'd go home with a kiwi in their pouch. But after the final test, they had their tails between their legs. Tonight, a report on how the Kiwis got the jump on their world champion rivals.
According to the experts, New Zealand is one of the biggest users of computers in the Western world.
Shattered and demoralised by 2 test defeats into a combination which brought the world champion Australians to their knees. Tonight we follow Lowe and his men through the tense hours before the match and discover the secret which led to their ultimate triumph. 2 Sundays ago at Carlaw Park, the Kiwis were robbed of victory in the dying minutes of the second test. The Kiwis had done everything but win. It was, as one of their youngest players recalled, a defeat not only for the record books, but the spirit too.
There wasn't a dry eye in the dressing room. Everyone was looking at each other and everyone was crying.
Kiwi Hugh McGann, 22, is a professional in Sydney. League is real tough over the Tasman, but McGann has never felt as broken there as he did at Carlaw Park that bitter Sunday.
It's as if someone close to you had died. We'd lost something that we thought that we had, and all of a sudden it just slipped through our fingers.
Football wasn't a game for us in the dressing room, was it? How could that be called a game? That was a bloody tragedy. You all know yourselves. So we must wonder, how could football be called a game? My wife said to me, why do you do it? Because she was worried. I reckon she was worried that I was going to bloody jump off the bridge or something stupid like that. Because she thought it had affected me that much. And I know it had a major effect on you blokes. We wonder, how could it be called a game? But it is a game. Don't only look at the pictures, listen to the words.
We came as young, untested men from schools across the land and stepped from buses with our bags and soaring hopes in hand. Then on the muscle-sapping sun, we fought for spots that would be won. And sometimes scrimmage tension raised, sprang like a manic tiger caged, unleashed itself in hate. Our number dwindled ever lower as playbooks were called in. For the goal was to find the best 40 men, the 40 who could win. Then one day, it was just me and you other 39 who charged out to challenge all comers, for we thought we were the top of the line. But making the team is one thing, while becoming a team is another.
Is that right? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Forget the numbers, forget the games. That is the most important thing, isn't it? We can become a team, but can we stay a team? I don't know if those scars have healed that you got last Sunday. Only you blokes know yourselves. We were a team last Sunday. We've looked like a team later this week. But whether we're a team on Sunday or not, I don't know. I can't see what's inside your heads. Only you blokes know.
So the clock ran down, and our scores were down, and our heads hung down in shame. We winced every time we saw teammates enjoying collision in pain. It made us wonder how football could ever be called a game.
I find Graham one of the best coaches I've ever been coached by. He's a guy who knows how you feel, he knows what you're all about, and he knows how to motivate you properly, he knows how to talk to you, he knows how to treat you in different situations, what type of mood you're going to be in. I think he dictates the way you're supposed to be and the way you're going to be. And a lot of coaches, I feel, don't have that. They don't really know players properly. It sometimes shows in the way the team operates. Graham has not only brought the game up to where I think it should be in the eyes of New Zealanders, but he's also brought up the players themselves. They've started to believe in themselves, and with that they're producing the type of football that rugby league is.
Yes, yes, sorry. Mark, yes, you know. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
Lewis, well, he actually hasn't been involved much in the series, has he? Really, he's got a good kick on him, but he's been a bit quiet, hasn't he?
He's been cleaned out.
Yeah, but he's won both games for them. Yeah, sure. He hasn't been involved to what we read about.
With a dose of low motivation under their belts, the Kiwis no longer believe the world champion Aussies are invincible.
Just holds you up.
Him, in his first test match, he'll be shitting Bruce.
Yeah.
So if we get hold of him, let's put some work on it.
On that feed, see, we'll have to break this like Pearson's on he's just playing.
Yeah, well, as soon as it's under their feet or it's gone, just call lost, and I'll be out straight away. Cause that ref's not bloody fair.
Well, you know, I think they had the upper hand when Cleo and Ella were on the bench. You know, they could come on and win a game for you, but can you see those two winning a game?
That's all it is. Just a split second like that away from success. All we've got to do is turn that
It's been a battle to build public interest in league. For years it's been a poor cousin to our national game. But Graham Lowe believes attitudes are changing in a way that can only benefit his code.
Even when I was at school, great measures were taken to keep rugby league out of the schools as far as most of the teachers went. But I think that is changing, and the whole world's changing. People's views are changing, and I think that the average administrator at the school is becoming far more open-minded about things, and I think that if we can arrange competitions for schools, that it won't be very long that it will rank alongside rugby union.
Right now, though, the main thought is self-esteem in the Kiwi team, getting them to believe in themselves, psyching them into a frame of mind that knows not defeat. One of Graham Lowe's techniques was to get the team to face their public on the streets of Auckland.
When we went for a walk down Queen Street yesterday, the people, they were just coming up and wishing us all the best. You know, it's really unbelievable. The guys on the scaffolding in the buildings, they were all waving to us. They all knew who we were.
Probably they've learned from their grandfathers about this image of rugby league, that maybe they're all ex-coal miners and swore and dribbled beer down the front of them. I don't know what the image must have been, but I think they've been quite surprised to find some of us are actually, you know, eat with knives and forks and things like that. If we can continue the good image that we've got at the moment, I'm sure that we'll be, you know, getting a lot more players at the school level, inside the schools, and our game could quite easily take over within the next few years.
It's D-Day, Carlaw Park Sunday, the acid test for the Graham Lowe method. He's done his bit, now it's over to his men.
Mark, you were just players? You were just players? Very little hungry, mate. Mark. Gary Kimball. All right, buddy. Scott Cowan. Mark Elliott. Remember the legs, just go up and meet them all the time.
Both rugby and league. When I was playing rugby, it was a very tight game. I was a forward, but I very rarely got to see the ball. Whenever by the time I got to a ruck or a maul, the ball had gone, and all I had to do was turn around and go and try and find it on the other ruck. I never got to see it. which disenchanted me of the game. You know, I like the feel of a ball. I like to be involved by having the ball in my hand in some way, which is why I prefer to play rugby league.
Among the huge crowd cheering the Kiwis on was former FOL President Sir Tom Skinner, who's been associated with League for half a century and is a life member. During the interval, I asked Sir Tom, a former player, referee and top official, which he thought the better game, Union or League.
Oh, rugby league, of course. It's much more open, it's faster, it's more exciting. Just imagine what it would be like today if we had a park with 45,000 people on it. We're in world class in this country because we have our training schemes, we train the players, we've got, what, 5 or 6 players now playing in World Rugby League overseas in the off-season for England, Australia, back here in New Zealand, and that's done a terrific lot for our game.
One of the few bad moments in the test, a disallowed try. But Graham Lowe already knows how he feels about the Kiwis.
For me, it's a feeling of great pride watching the players going out there and knowing what the sacrifices that they've had to make and knowing that they're actually going out and doing it not only for me and New Zealand and everyone, but doing it for themselves, because I think that's what sport's all about. I want my players to go out there and show the world themselves at their peak.
No tears today?
Not this weekend, mate, not this weekend. It's all joy. The only tears are in there, like I say, tears for joy. Everyone's feeling good, real happy. Just a pity we couldn't pull it off last week as well.
It's all over. New Zealand 18, Australia 0. The Australian coach said of the Kiwis, no team in the world would have beaten them today.